right, in this video, we are going to practice creating a bank rule. Now, the exercise is going to be over here on the right-hand side, and we're going to follow along with it, and it is part of the basic level ProAdvisor certification course. If you would like more information about that course that we have and offer, there is a link below in the description. Feel free to click on that after we go through the exercise. But let's dive right in and see what our scenario will be for today. Craig frequently visits Hicks Hardware and purchases materials for his various jobs. Rather than having to create an expense every time, you would like to automate the process and have QBO automatically categorize all the purchases from Hicks that come through the bank feeds as job materials. So, how do we set this up? Let's find out. You'll need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you're not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link below in the description. I have the sample company pulled up here on the left-hand side of my screen. This specifically is the dashboard. So let's get started with the exercise. Rules are applied to transactions that come across in the bank feeds. So let's first look at or take a look at what's currently in the bank feeds awaiting approval or review. So to get to the banking center from the left navigation bar, we're going to hover over transactions and then select bank transactions. So over here is that left navigation bar. Here is transactions. Go ahead and hover over that, then select bank transactions. You could have also selected bank transactions right here as it is a bookmark. However, if you are working in client books and they don't have it as a bookmark, this is the pathway you would go, hovering over transactions and then clicking on bank transactions to get to the center. Now you will likely get a pop-up that's a little overview of this area. If it's your first time in it, just go ahead and click on that X to X out of it. Let's go ahead and sort by the payee by alphabetically. So let's just click on payee to do that. There it is right there. Click on that. And when you do, you will see in alphabetical order all of the payees that are showing up here. Now we're going to scroll down and notice that there are two Hicks Hardware transactions, one that is uncategorized and one that has matched to an existing check in QBO. That is right here. This one's matching to the check, and this is that uncategorized expense. So let's set up a rule for these. We're going to click on the Rules tab that is right here at the top. You're going to click on Go to Rules. Now note that you are only seeing the screen because it is the sample company, and it's also likely the first time that you are in this area. So just go ahead and click on Go to Rules. We're creating a new one, so click on the green New Rule button. And we're going to name this rule Hicks Hardware. So in that top box right there, go ahead and type in Hicks Hardware. And then in the enter text required field, we're going to type Hicks to indicate to QBO that they should look for money out transactions with Hicks in the description. So here you can see that it's money out transactions that this rule is applying to. And here is that description. It needs to contain Hicks. So go ahead and click in or type that in that box. We're going to click test rule, and you'll notice that when you do that there are two transactions in the current list of bank fee transactions that will match to the conditions you just entered in the previous step. They're money out with a description containing Hicks. So these are the two transactions that we saw when we were in the bank feed earlier. It is going to match to them. So click on that test rule. And there it is. It says that it applies to two currently unreviewed transactions. So next we will need to determine what QBO will assign to the transactions that meet that criteria. So in the category field, we need to click on job materials from the dropdown. Now note that this is a subcategory of job expenses, so it'll appear as job expenses, job materials after you have selected it. So let's go down here into this category field, click down. You can either scroll down until you find job materials, which is right here, or you can start typing it in the box. Now in the payee field, we're going to click Hicks Hardware since that's who it's applying to. So click that down arrow. You can scroll down until you find Hicks Hardware or type it in that box. For now, we're going to turn off auto add by clicking the toggle. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the exercise. So that is the toggle right here. Click that so it goes off and it turns gray. And then we're going to click on the green save button. And you can see now that that rule has showed up. But let's see how this shows up on the bank feed. We're going to click on the bank transactions tab right here at the top on the left. And now we're back to that banking center that we were in before. Now click Payee like we did in the previous step to order the transactions and scroll down to Hicks Hardware. Mine is already still sorted in that way. If yours is not, just click on Payee so it sorts the way that we had it before. Scroll down until you find Hicks Hardware. Here are the two right here. Now you'll notice that one of the transactions has the rule applied to it and is now correctly categorized. That is this one right here. The other transaction is still matched to the check because QBO will always attempt to match transactions before applying the rule. So you can click Add to create a transaction in QBO from this bank feed information. Alternatively, you could have QBO take over this step for you as well. So let's see how that is done. We're going to click on the Rules tab again and then edit the one that we just created. So Rules is right up here once again, and here is that rule that we created. Click on Edit in the Action column. Now we're going to scroll down, and this time we're going to click the toggle next to Auto Add so that it is turned on, and then click on Save. So click on that Auto Add, and then click on the green Save button. And now let's go back to see how this changes in the bank feed. Once again, we're going to click on that Bank Transactions tab over here on the left. Now you'll notice that there are no longer any Hicks hardware transactions in the For Review tab. Let's scroll down and just take a look. And yep, it is no longer there. And that is because it has been categorized. So to find it, we can click on the Categorized tab to see that QBO has automatically added both Hicks hardware transactions that match the rule criteria. So scroll back up, and here is that Categorized tab right here. And when you click on it, there are the two transactions that we just applied the rule to, and now they have been added. So that is how you would create a bank rule. And if you liked this exercise and you would like to see more like this and practice more, or you would like more information about that basic level ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link below in the description, and I will see you in the next exercise.